Pauline Swift for Our World Media Magazine, speaking with Dr. Rukiya Jeffers. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the show. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you from Queens?
I actually am from Queens. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Tell me. Oh, I'm finding out there's so many talented people in Queens and so many talented people that have, grown up in Queens and become celebrities, and you're one of them.
Homegrown from Queens, strangely enough.
Wow. What part of Queens are you from?
I'm from Rosedale, Queens.
Oh, Rosedale. Okay.
Rosedale, Queens.
All right.
Very nice, quiet community. And a lot of the things that I've done have been, I had to venture out outside of Rosedale.
Yeah. I heard that you used to run track?
All my life.
Ooh. I can tell from your body. You got an awesome body. Ah, Lord have mercy. God help. Tell me a little bit about your track days.
Long story. All the way back till when I was 8 years old, I actually went to elementary school right outside of Rosedale. So I went to elementary school in Elma.
Okay.
St. Boniface School. They had a little track team. We started running, and all of a sudden I liked it a lot better than dancing because I was dancing before. So I told my mom I wanted to continue to run, but they didn't continue that program. It was just a small team. So I started running with the clubs, and then I ran from the time I was 12 all the way through high school. I ran national championships, junior Olympics, East Coast, all those fun club sports. It was very competitive. Then I ran in high school. I went to Brooklyn Tech High School, ran for them for a season or so. Then I went to Northeastern University, and I also ran track there, NCAA high-level competition. After I graduated, I took some time off because there was a lot of beating on the body and became a teacher. And after the professional career, I found myself going right back to running.
So I guess that's your first love.
It is.
It is.
It's what I know. It feels like home.
Okay.
It makes me calm and sane. It keeps me level and grounded because the competition, no matter how great you think that you may be in one area, there's always the next level up, and there's always another level of competition. So when I went to the World Championships in France, that's when I realized, hey, just because I'm this age and I'm still running does not mean that I don't have to train just as hard as everybody else does.
Tell me about your experience in France. How was that?
That was unbelievable. It was the first time that I actually heard that they had masters athletics, track running at my age, because I'm beyond the college years and beyond the Olympics years. So masters is 35 and up on the track.
I see.
Right. And I didn't realize they had a whole track series. So when I went out there, I qualified, I trained, I ran the 400 and the 800, and I couldn't believe the level of competition. And I couldn't believe the level that I stepped up to. It landed me on the 4x4 relay, ran the first leg, and we actually came home with a medal. France beat us by 1 second, but it was unbelievable experience to run with the uniform on, represent your country, USA uniform, and look up in the stands and see the United States flag waving for you, cheering for you, and then people from other countries cheering in other languages. That was amazing because I don't speak French.
Okay.
I speak a little Spanish. I study Spanish, but it had nothing to do with anything in French. And when they were calling my name and lining everybody up, it was all done in French. So I had to rely on teammates across the world from different countries to kind of help me. You stand there, you stand there. The only thing that was familiar is the commands were in English. On your mark, get set, and the gun was in English.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing was in English.
What was one of your experiences that you would say was very unexpected being in Paris, and how did you feel, and did you have anything that was unusual that happened to you that you didn't think that would?
I didn't think I'd come home with a medal.
Okay. You didn't go thinking that you was going to get a medal, huh?
It was a huge competition. This is like the highest level of competition, Olympic level for 35 and up. And here you are wearing the USA uniform, and you do.
Did you say 35 and up?
I did.
Oh my God, you look like you're in your 20s.
Thanks. If it wasn't for track, I wouldn't admit to it. But
what is your secret?
Running. It's no secret. Okay. Running, eating right. You have to eat right in order to perform at an optimal level.
That's true.
And you have to take care of your body, but it shows. And I did notice that was unexpected. to see the amount of masters in such amazing physical condition. People in their 40s age group, 50s age group, 60s. I met a man that he's the decathlete champion for the UK. He was over 80 years old. Tall stature, firm handshake. He didn't have his hearing, but he was in such great shape. The decathlon of 10 different events. He could jump, hurdle, run, throw, distance, sprint, and he had the record at his age for the UK. That's what I was amazed by. That the body can take as much as you train it to do.
Is it a consistent training, or is it something that you have to work on every single day, or can you stop, say, for 2 weeks but in order to stay fit, do you have to keep doing it every single day?
Coming up to the competition, you do.
Okay.
You cycle on, cycle off in terms of the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
You can't train at optimal level for the whole entire year, but you do have your base work, and then you go through your cycle. And as you get closer to the competition, then it's constant.
Mm-hmm. Do you work with the community in Queens here?
All the time.
What do you do exactly?
I work with my sorority. I work with When in Need Foundation. They do a lot of give back to the community, feeding people that in need of a meal. For instance, on Thanksgiving, we fed over 1,000 people.
Okay. I saw that. You was on Channel 1. They broadcasted Channel 1.
They
yeah.
had an amazing time. The whole Thanksgiving season, in fact. We went into Corona, and we fed one group of people. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we went into the community also in Queens. Right on Queens Boulevard, in like a really, really large church. So it had the capacity to hold thousands of people. And to see so many people come in on Thanksgiving Day in need of a meal, the fact that you leave your house on Thanksgiving Day to go get something to eat, that you may not be homeless, but a lot of people in Queens, and I imagine everywhere else, but just imagine so close to home in Queens, so many people are hungry and could use a good warm meal.
You found that fulfilling.
Very fulfilling.
Tell me about your school days. Do the different schools know your achievements? Have you gone back and spoke? I read somewhere that you're a public speaker. Can you speak?
I love public speaking.
That's
up there with my top 3 loves.
Okay. Can you tell me about I know you had to have gone back to your schools.
I just did.
Oh, you just did?
I went to Brooklyn Tech High School. I'm a proud alumni of Brooklyn Tech High School.
Okay.
Although not in Queens, you had a large population of students from all over the boroughs. That you take a specialized high school test, you test and get in. So they take the smartest of the smart in that school. But everyone needs a little motivation. Why am I sitting here? What is this for? So they had.
What was it like going back?
Like a time warp. I felt like I was in a vacuum and it just sucked me back 20 years.
Okay.
Because it was 20 years ago that I graduated.
Ooh.
Almost to the yeah.
As I said, you look awesome.
Thank you.
You're doing something right.
Running. Like a broken record. I went back career day, had a conversation with the students. They had a really nice program laid out for us. So we went into the different classrooms and spoke to the children. So we went to advanced placement classes, science classes, because STEM is a big deal now, mathematics classes, and had a conversation with the children and told them sometimes you just get caught up in the day-to-day, but there's a reason why you're here, and you have to pay attention and learn everything you can. And I saw myself in each one of their eyes. I could just switch seats with them and just sit there and be them all over again.
Did they ask you any specific questions?
They had a lot of questions for me.
Yeah.
They were so into everything I do. I was so surprised because I'm also a makeup artist.
Okay.
So I did a little demonstration of makeup and explained there's chemistry in the products. There's biology because you're working with other people's skin, and tied it into the sciences and STEM.
Where did that came in at? Because track and you're beautiful. I mean, you're just beautiful.
Thank you.
You started working on yourself, or how did you get involved with makeup and cosmetic field?
Another thing I've been doing all my life.
Oh.
Anyone that knows me really well knows that I always had a ton of products. Nail polish, makeup, everything like that. Childhood, I have a sister that's lighter than me. I have a sister that's darker than me. So I had perfect canvases just to go in my mom's makeup. And every great makeup artist will tell you they always started stealing makeup from their mom's little makeup box when she's sleeping. And then I would put makeup on one and put makeup on the other and then put on myself, of course. And then we would take pictures. And I started realizing in the lighting that depending on the lighting and the complexions, you have to light the complexions and match the shades. And I would make it work. And just color blending and matching, and it was just a hobby. And all the way through college, everyone knew that. Everybody came to my dorm room to get their makeup done and get all prepared for the parties and stuff. I'm in a sorority also, so my sorority sisters and my track teammates would come and we'd get all glammed up. It's just always one of the.
But now you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
A big difference. You are professional.
Yes.
How did that come about? When did you decide to incorporate and become a company?
I had an Oprah moment at around 3 years into teaching. That summer, I just had an Oprah moment, and she had this concept at the time about a quarter-life crisis. So I was in a quarter-life crisis. I wasn't fulfilled with what I was doing. I was a teacher. I had my license and fully licensed and everything. And I just didn't love what I was doing. I had a thought. You either love what you're doing or you're going to make a lot of money. So I felt like I didn't have either one. So I went and I got the license. I started working at the different counters and worked my way all the way till I could get enough experience to work at Mac. And I got a lot of experience and clients and knowledge and just a reputation for myself working at Mac. And all the great clients that I got, some way or another, were connected to when I started there.
Oh, I see.
And then I realized that the publication work I got, the media work I got, celebrity work that I got, but I would get brides in between. But I really connected with the everyday woman. Mm-hmm. And then when I started telling stories about the different celebrities, I realized that a woman's wedding day is the most important day of her life.
You can say that again.
That's the day, if any day you want to be a celebrity. So I started bringing my celebrity. I'd done Fashion Week and all this stuff. I brought the Fashion Week speed that you have to move with and the skills and the celebrity and that understanding of the client. And having worked in special ed also, I have to tell you that there's a lot of patience that you have to have when you teach. And I translated that skill over. You have to be very patient with the bride. She's pulling together her photographers and her makeup and her look and her vows, and she's nervous. That morning I come in, and I sit her down, I do her face, I put her makeup on, I hand her a mirror, and then she's relaxed because she feels beautiful. Now she can tackle her day.
That's true.
Because she's beautiful. So that's why I really started to connect, because we have a family thing going on at this point. I've watched my brides going to have children, baby number 1, baby number 2. I get engagement shoots from the beginning, and then when they're pregnant, I do their pregnancy shoots and the baby showers, and I'm part of the family. And then they pass me on to the bridesmaids. Mm-hmm. The girls will call me, hey, I was so-and-so's bridesmaid from last year, remember me?
Who's the most difficult to work with? The actual celebrities or people, just regular people?
I get along with everybody. But I think you have to, for the brides, you have to give them special attention because it's the biggest day of her life. So you really have to explain everything to her ahead of time. Let her know what to expect to look like, because no one wants clown face makeup. Definitely, you want to look like yourself, just the celebrity version of you. So you explain it to her ahead of time. You do a trial makeup so she really gets it, so she can put herself in, because it's the first time she's getting married. It's not the first time I've done this, but you have to get her to start to envision that day, because you only get that one shot. But if you do the trial run now, you start to play it in your mind and understand that morning how it's supposed to work. So I'll tell her to make sure you have food, make sure you drink water, make sure that your bridesmaids eat also, because it's a long morning of glam and beauty.
Around how long does it take about to all this preparation?
I give it a half hour for each person that has to get their makeup done.
Okay.
On average, though, you'll have 6 bridesmaids. So the bride has to get ready, 6 bridesmaids. So on average, I'll come in maybe 4 hours before. So even though you're not getting married till 3 o'clock, I'm coming to you around 11 in the morning. We're going to start early, and the more time you give yourself is the more relaxed you can be.
Okay. The reason I was asking you for any of the listeners that want to, have you come in and do their makeup, and I wanted them to know exactly around how much time would they need.
Half an hour face on average.
Okay.
You have to give yourself a lot of time.
Is your fees very expensive?
I would say that my fees reflect the level of skill that I have,
Okay.
the amount of experience I have. I've been doing this now for about 10 years professionally and focusing on the brides. And
No, why I ask is because working with celebrities, I mean, they do this all the time.
Right.
I mean, makeup and stuff like that. But for the regular Joe Blow, this is something new for a lot of people, just regular people. Oh, I'm going to get my makeup done. That's very Hollywood and very classy and stuff like that. And I know it's expensive.
yeah, hence the name of my company, Lavish Beauty.
I get That says it. That speaks for itself. But
it's a lavish experience. You're going to have a glam squad coming to you in the morning, and then all of your friends are sitting around. Mom is here. You have your bagels and your tea and sometimes mimosas. And, you're being pampered. It's your day, so
That's
you wanted
beautiful.
to start from the morning. A lot of times you only think about the ceremony, or you think of your event planner like when you get there, but there's a whole 3 to 6 hours that happen before you even get into that limo to get to your location. But you want that to be cute and pretty and lavish, where you're in your silk robe and you're sipping tea and somebody's airbrushing your face, because I do airbrush makeup also. Reads HD makeup for HD camera.
You look beautiful. I see you do your own makeup. It's gorgeous. If this is an example of what you do, oh my goodness! Hey everybody, give this lady a shout out, please.
Thank you.
Also, can you tell me, is there anything that you haven't done yet that you would like to do? Is there anything? I mean, you have done so many different things, track and cosmetics. Is there something that you haven't done that you would like to do?
I would like to be an author and a motivational speaker.
Why those two things?
To tie everything in and really tell a story and go out and motivate people to pursue your dreams. I am a Pisces, so I have a lot of ideas and dreams, but those dreams that are inside your heart. It's kind of like, this doesn't make any sense, and it scares you. I always quote Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the president of Liberia. If your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. That just speaks to me, because when I have ideas, I know the difference between an idea and a dream is if it makes me scared, what would I have to do to even start doing this? And it starts to scare you, that's the thing you have to go and do.
That's true.
Yeah.
One last question. What advice would you give a young person that wants to get into the field of track and or sports, or have a career such as yourself in cosmetics? What do they need to do?
Do a lot of research, but then look for a mentor. Look for a person that's knowledgeable in the field. If it's running, it could come in the form of a good coach. You want someone that's going to be able to develop your talent, develop your technique, and steer you in the right direction. And if it's something like in the professional area, like cosmetics, you need a mentor also, which is the same. They coach you, they develop your talent, tell you where you may need improvement, because you always have room for improvement. And someone that's going to take you under their wing and develop you. So always look for that mentorship, someone to coach you and keep you motivated.
For the listeners out there, how can we get in contact with you?
You can find me on my website at www.lavishbeautybridal.com. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter as handle I am Lavish Beauty. I'm on Pinterest also. That's I am Lavish Beauty. And what other forms of social media are there? Those are the main ones, and you can always find my email on the website as well.
Okay. Pauline Swift for Our World Media Magazine, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.